This is part 3 in my series on Sadie Hawkins and Turnabout dances. In the first video, I helped you guys narrow down who you should ask, who was going to be the best date. The second video, I gave you some ideas of how to ask. And in this one, we're going to talk about how to act. Because say you got the man and you asked him cute and you got the dress, now what? Here's a little tip that I developed like freshman year. I call it the Cinderella effect. So like in the few days leading up to a school dance, I would always like not try in terms of like hair and makeup and wardrobe. I mean, it wouldn't look disgusting. I wouldn't come to school in like pajama pants, which by the way, I've seen a lot of you guys strutting around in pajama pants like at the mall. What is that? Don't do that. Don't do that. So I wouldn't look completely disgusting, but I would just, the hair would be up, no makeup, maybe some chapstick. Well, because then the night of the dance, it's like the big reveal. It's a much bigger climax when they see you like all glammed up because you spent the last few days being like, low maintenance, don't care, woke up like this. So then when they see you, they get that look. It's the same look that someone gets if you feed them a delicious treat. It's like, oh, it's like that glassy eye, just like wonder. And that is the look that every girl wants to see from a boy. And you can do it by looking kind of grubby. At least beforehand. So it's the night of the dance. There's a big misconception that because you're the one who asked him, you have to do like all the other heavy lifting the night of the dance. That's not true. All your obligation is to ask. From there, you want to let a man be a man. And as we know, a man's natural inclination is to pursue. That is his biological DNA caveman programming. And we as women, I know this is so frustrating because we're like alphas in today's society. Like, we want to acquire. We want to go after what we want. But it doesn't work out well. I know. It makes me crazy, but it's just true. So you have to let him take the lead. So you can do some subtle things. Like, so say you're going to dance, like buy the tickets. I guess if that's like what most girls do at your school. But then say like, hey, do you want to go to dinner before? And he's like, sure. Like, okay, like let's get a big group together. I'll let you guys decide where you want to go. I'm sure that you have some really good ideas. Always appeal to their ego. Not just like, well, you have to pick it. You're like, you can pick because I can tell you know where to get like a really good steak. Or like, I know that you know the hot spots in this town. You're like, I do know the hot spots. They will live up to that label. Let them coordinate the limo. All you need to do from there on out is just be a lady. You don't need to ask them to dance. You don't need to pay for all the pictures. You don't need to pay for the limo. Just be a lady. So in terms of like how you behave, once again, this is their time to like show off their manliness. Just as it's your time as a girl to show off your femininity. You want to get dressed up and wear heels and like be a little princess. Let them be the prince because men also want to do that just as much as we want to be the princess. So let him open the doors. Let him suggest the songs that you dance to. Let him pick the topics for conversation. But again, don't put too much romantic stock in this. Like, don't tell yourself in your mind that this is going to be the night, like the night that you finally get kissed, or you lose your virginity, or he pours his heart out to you, because you're setting unrealistic expectations. And I did that for a long time. And I look back and I'm like, I had an awesome time this dance, but at the time I was mad and I came home sad because like there wasn't this grand finale. There wasn't this huge over-the-top gesture. But that's not always the way things go. And like I said before, the most romantic moments of your life don't always happen in like the cliche setting of like a school dance or prom or whatever it is. They happen in those small, quiet moments between people. And that's what makes them romantic, is that they're unexpected and there's no pressure and they just bubble up out of nowhere and then you're so happy. So if you can take that pressure off of the situation, ironically, you're going to encourage more romantic moments because he's not going to feel this vibe of like, this needs to be the best night of our lives. Guys don't respond well to that pressure. They really don't. So let him just flow and let you just flow. And you might find that the romance flows right along with it.